Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Zoom in Parental Alienation Support Canada. I am so happy to be here. As you may or may not know, my name is Natalie Forchuk. I'm one of the founders of this group. And here tonight, I am with my co-conspirator, Kelly Stone. Hello, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Natalie. How are you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm good. You know, it's like we haven't spoken in days rather than minutes. What y'all need to know is Kelly and I speak multiple times a day to make this group something different than what everyone else has experienced on Facebook or on websites around the world regarding parental alienation. We are dedicated to support. We are dedicated to root cause. We are dedicated to supporting parents in their day-to-day struggle with PA. Yes, legislation needs to be changed. Yes, the world needs to be changed. We all know that. But at the end of the day, we are living in our homes. We wake up with PA. We parent other children through PA. We work through PA. We go to sleep with PA. And Kelly and I are both PA parents who both have pretty significant stories. And as the group goes on, you'll learn more about our individual stories through Zooms like this. But for now, I would like Kelly to say a little bit about his side. And also, Kelly, I would like you to talk about your in-person group that you started, because this is a foundational to what we believe is needed in parental alienation, which is direct human connection, small group situations and support, not just being online on Facebook and being anonymous. So Kelly, take it away.
Very well said, Natalie. I couldn't have said that any better myself. PA is every day, 24 hours a day. And it's a real thing for parents who are enduring it. A lot of people don't understand it. It's only parents like you and I and everyone else out there enduring PA can really understand it. Many facets to it, many branches to it. But the day-to-day stuff that we have to endure and that really never gets spoken to a lot. That's why we're here. We're here for all those things that parents are feeling, thinking, but maybe afraid to say something about it, speak up about it. We want to break that. We want to break that way of thinking. We want to bring PA to the forefront, and make our feelings justified and valid. That it's okay to feel what we feel, go through what we go through on a daily basis. So yeah, well said, Natalie. I agree. Yeah, you work with it every day. You get up with it every day. You fall asleep with it every day. Wherever you are in society, it goes with you every day. So yeah, excellent explanation. And that's exactly how what I've endured myself. It's a daily 24-hour thing. So, and nobody really understands it except another parent enduring it. I'm sure, like most of us, you and most other parents, we mention parental alienation and what we've been through, and people go, "What? What's that?" Right? They just don't understand, and it's no fault of their own.
Exactly, it's no fault of their own.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, I want to make that clear, right? But if they don't experience it, they don't know what it is. My way of thinking is, I think society at large knows the behavior of PA. The word parental alienation, and it's a legit word to me, but they can't connect that behavior with that word, right? But in hindsight, they all know that behavior. It's been going on forever. And that's just my opinion of what's been going on in society with parents' behaviors concerning children and parental alienation. So, like I said, I'm sure everybody knows the behavior. They just, well, what's parental alienation? Well, if they think hard enough, they'll know. Anyways, yeah, so we have an in-person group in Kitchener, Ontario. It was started up in July. And we're slowly, me and Natalie have slowly been working on it, fine-tuning it, getting it into shape, putting out awareness that the group is open. And we realize it's going to take some time to get it going. There's no other in-person group that I know of. That's why we started it in July of 2023. Yeah, so we're trying to create that safe space for an in-person group and make that group personal. You know, we're not a political organization.
Yes.
We're not we're not we're not trying to prove a point in PA. We are trying to make awareness and support anybody who walks through those doors. So that meeting takes place every Sunday night in Kitchener at 7 p.m. at the Church of the Good Shepherd on Queen Street in Kitchener. We can post the information
Yeah,
later,
we'll
but
do that. Yeah, we'll do that in the comments after, for sure.
yeah, our group
sure.
does have it pinned to the top of our page. And I'm realistic. There's a lot of things that come along with parental alienation. I realize that personally, for every person. There's a lot of icky feelings to it. There's a lot of stigma to it, and we want to break that. I want to break that, just totally break it. And there's in-person support meetings for everything else in society. There should be no reason why there's not an in-person support group for parental alienation. It's a legit issue in society, so we should make it legit, and we should be loud and proud, and we should go out and do what we can do to support anybody going through it. So
Yeah,
that's my take on that.
I love what you said about stigma. You know,
Yeah.
I know you and I have both been through this. We've talked extensively about our own emotions and feelings. And today, we are able to share ourselves with everybody else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we have not been where everybody else is.
Exactly.
Right. So the stigma is massive.
Oh, it's huge.
Massive. And it's an unjust stigma. It's not
Yes.
appropriate because people in PA are ashamed that this has happened to them with their children. It makes them bad parents, bad mothers, bad fathers, bad, if anyone's a grandparent or a foster parent or guardian here, just well, how did you let that happen? I can't tell you how many times I've told my story in good faith, thinking that I'm going to tell my story, I'm going to be vulnerable, I'm going to tell my story, and people get it. And then, well, why did that happen, Natalie? You must be a bad mother. Oh, fun. That's great. And that's the purpose of our group, is to not have that happen.
Yeah.
To,
yeah.
First of all, support people where we used to be.
Exactly.
To be the resource that we wish we had when we were at the height of like our worst court case moments and our worst emotional moments. And I want to say, it does not mean that Kelly and I do not have moments still.
Oh yeah.
we are a great support to each other, not
Absolutely.
only conducting this group, but now as friends. And I will also say, it's interesting, Kelly and I have never met. This is as close as we've gotten.
Yeah,
we're across the country from each other. So it's not, it's not like we're in the back room going, oh, what can we do here? we truly connect over what has happened to us and our mutual desire to create a space that is not political, not litigious, not judgmental. It is educational and it is supportive. And that's why Kelly was so passionate about starting the in-person group. And when I did a poll this week amongst Facebook, amongst different groups, the biggest thing that people want is the in-person support. And it makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And that stigma that you mentioned, yeah. So, and I've talked with several people. Some people call it shame, but it's not quite shame. I kind of say icky. It's not quite icky. It's a stigma. Like, number one, it is a stigma, right? It makes you feel bad that you've gone through this with your children. Either A, you're going through it, B, you've lost your children. There's no contact. It's just a stigma. It does not make you feel good, but it's not your fault neither, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. For me, in my case, I thought something was up, something was off, but I did not see parental alienation coming the way it did for me.
Oh,
Absolutely
I'm the
not.
same. I'm the same.
And and I believe with you too, as well as me, it happened within weeks, right?
Yes,
Like
yeah, and
months.
that's interesting amongst, I'm just gonna interrupt for a second.
Yeah,
Most people that, and I mentor and coach people, Kelly's supporting people in groups. It's not often that I do meet someone that it happened quickly. I know a
yeah,
lot of people that have, layers and layers and layers. Mine happened within weeks.
yeah. Mine too. Exactly. From as far as I can figure, mine happened probably within 6 weeks, six to
Yeah,
eight
that was
weeks,
mine
something
too.
like that.
Yeah.
But, it just. But there's that stigma that we were talking about, and I want to break that stigma. Like if you think about mental health and how far mental health has come in society, it wasn't too long ago when everybody used to go, shh, don't
Yes.
mention that, right? And look at mental health now, right? It's out the forefront. It's there. There's plenty of help for it, and many other issues like that in society as well. So there really is no reason to not have parental alienation in the spotlight,
Mhm.
and in a respectful, eloquent way type thing in society. Just saying, hey, we're here and we understand and we want to support you. How can we do that for you? Right?
Yes.
Uh, we're not professionals, but we got experience in it.
Yes.
We have experience like no other. There's no other professional in PA like a parent who can tell you what
Well
PA is,
said. Well
right?
said. And I want
There's
every parent, say that again, Kelly, because I want
there
every parent to hear this loud and clear. Focus, please.
exactly.
Yeah.
There is no other professional like a parent who can tell you about PA. No one can tell you
Exactly.
about PA better than a parent. There's no other professional that can tell you, unless that professional lived it, right?
Which to date, I don't know about you. I keep looking for those professionals, but haven't.
Yeah,
They're out there. I believe they're out there, but they have their own
yeah,
stigma. If
yeah,
they're the professionals and they have PA happen to them, I mean, are they going to come forward?
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. Maybe we create the safe space and they can.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the whole point, right? That's the whole
Um,
point.
Me and you talked about professionals as of late, and my view on professionals. Not that I don't respect professionals or anything like that. We need professionals in PA, but you get down to the core of it, to the guts of it, no other person can tell you more about PA than a parent.
That's right.
They really can't. And that's just plain simple. It doesn't have to be academic. It doesn't have to be this or that. It just, it's like whatever happened to common sense and realness. And a parent can tell you that what's happened, right?
Yeah.
They can tell you everything about PA. They can tell you when it happened or approximately when it happened, what went on this day, what went on that day, everything. They can tell you
Mhm.
everything, right? So I'm big for listening to parents who've endured the PA, right? Because even though I have my own story, my own experiences, there's so many branches to PA. There's so many stories to PA.
Right.
Everyone is basically unique. At the core, it's the same type, so to speak, but every case is unique, right? That's just my opinion, right? So, uh,
Well, it's my opinion too, and that's why we're doing this together. And you talk about,
yeah,
every case is different, but it's the same. And if we come back to, if we look at the root of our foundation, which involves a tree, and we'll put the graphic in below in comments after this
yeah,
too.
beautiful tree.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That is,
The root, we all have the root,
yeah,
right? We're all in PA, we're all experiencing it. And then within the tree, though, every experience is different, but there are common themes. And these
exactly.
are the things that we, Kelly and I, connected on early on, and believe that we can empower, just as we empower ourselves, we can empower PA parents, grandparents, persons together to understand that there are branches that are common, but then, you know, you write your story on that branch and it's unique. But we can't all
Exactly.
come together and understand the root cause. There is a root
Ex-
cause. There are
ex-
some branches that are common. Then our
abs-
story is unique, but we're
Absolutely.
unified at the same
Yeah.
time. And that's what Kelly and I are really trying to get the message out, that it's not adversarial in PA amongst PA parents. And that's, I'm going to
Yeah.
speak to multiple groups that I'm a part of, where there's so much bashing,
Yes.
memes, gender memes,
Mhm.
men, women, children. This is bad. This is good. This court case, that court case, against other people that are experiencing PA.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so divisive. Why are we doing this? This is like my biggest question, that maybe in the comments below when you watch this, I would love to know what you think.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this to each other? Because it just, it empowers the agenda of PA. We're actually being alienators in a sense unto ourselves if we are going against another PA person. And I'm going to use person, gender neutral, them, they,
Exactly.
neutral. You post something against moms, dads, grandparents, birth parents, adopted, I don't care what it is, you're part of the problem. I'm going to be
Yeah.
very, very frank. That is not a solution in PA. Imagine
Exactly.
what would happen if we all sat back and said, I see you, I see you, I see you, neutral, you're a PA parent, let's get together, let's make change. Imagine what would happen.
Exactly, Natalie. Exactly.
You know, like I get really kind of fired up about this because
Yeah.
you know, yeah, we're on Facebook right now. We have our own group. I'm in a member of many groups, probably about 30,000 people total in all of these groups who are just sniping at each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Myself too, Natalie. I think with many parents who are enduring parental alienation, I think the go-to is the internet, because that's where all the information is for absolutely anything. But there are a lot of groups out there for parental alienation. So I too belong to a few other groups, two or three,
mhm.
and I've seen that too on in the groups, the men against the women. I'm a man myself. I could tell you horror stories that's happened to me
Sure. Yeah.
from women. Does it matter in PA? No, not really. Because I've also seen the horror stories of some women in these groups too.
Mhm.
It's heart wrenching, heart wrenching. And the way I operate is it's not men against women. That's where you fail right off the bat in PA. I don't care. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think anybody can convince me different. It is men and women together. And that's it. That's the end of it. Sure, there's instances or stories of the man did this or the woman did that. That's that's just the human race.
Of
But
course.
but in PA, no, we're all together. And the bashing and everything else that you talked about, I can't handle it anymore when I see that. I really can't. The memes, like you mentioned, it's not productive. It's not helping anybody heal.
Correct.
You might feel good for that 2 minutes while you look at that meme or read that bashing post, and then you go on to the next one.
Right.
So
And then you scroll
what?
down and you keep.
Yeah. So what is it really doing when you're seeing these bashing posts and these memes? Um, what is it really doing? For me, it's got to the point where it does nothing for me. I don't want to read them anymore. And that goes both ways. If a woman's bashing a man or a man bashing a woman, um, when I open up this in-person group in Kitchener, it was all inclusive. That's it. It was all inclusive. Parental alienation knows no boundaries. That's what I've always posted, right? For
Yeah.
this, it knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter if you're man, woman, It doesn't
Anything in
matter.
between, any orientation,
Yeah,
it does not
yeah,
matter.
it
The
doesn't
word is
matter.
parental,
Yeah,
parent.
exactly.
It's
It
not
doesn't.
male or father alienation. It's not
Yeah,
mother alienation. It's not,
exactly.
let's
Nothing to
include
do with
like
race.
LGBTQ, anything,
Yeah,
trans. It's not,
yeah,
it's parental.
yeah.
That's
It's right in the title.
parents. That's it.
It's right in the title. And I
It's right
think,
in the title. Like it's so very clear.
yeah,
Yet so
and
many people are trying to make it
yeah.
about gender or about everything. I mean,
Well,
I'm supporting you in this because I want to just make it very clear that it
yeah,
really is in the word.
it is. It is.
The word has not developed to be father alienation or mother, like I said, alienation
Exactly.
or cousin, or I don't care.
Yeah.
Parental, whatever parents mean, they could be grandparents, it could be foster parents, it could be adoptive parents, or they could be biological parents.
Yeah,
It just
exactly.
means
Yeah,
those units are being alienated.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, yeah. That's the end of the story. So yeah, so I don't really buy into all this side or that side. I've seen some pretty wicked stuff out there, and I'm done with all that. I just want to help people, right? I want to support the parents. That's it. That's why we formed this online group, is to support that parent. Um, in real ways, right? The bashing has no room for it in PA. Like you said, it's almost like they become the alienators themselves, the people that,
Exactly. Right?
and it's just, it makes my gut feel uneasy when I see stuff like that now. Um,
Me as
yeah,
well.
it just, and I've only been online groups for, I don't know, I can say maybe a couple years, right? I've been alienated for 5, and then discovered online groups in the last couple of years. I think I'd have to go back and see, but in 2 years, you see a lot of stuff, and I think that's why when me and you discovered each other, uh, like you've seen enough of that stuff, and
Yeah.
and we
We
just
came from a
believe,
place of just like, let's
yeah,
do something different that actually
yeah,
helps. That's our
exactly.
whole purpose.
And I
And
think you said
really,
that, and I think you said that quite well in your video there, when we introduced the group online. We were trying to find some support, and we just couldn't find it anywhere, right?
right.
You
So
know,
we created
it,
this.
yeah, in a real, actionable, caring, compassionate manner, and that's what parents of parental alienation need. They need that compassion, right? Like
Exactly.
anybody can jump up and down and yell and shout and everything else. Where's your compassion, right? Just for your
Exactly.
fellow man and woman, right?
And that's a
So
great place for us to wrap up because we have to wrap up this session for the moment.
yeah,
So we're going to do more videos like this, right, Kelly?
yeah, exactly,
Right?
Natalie.
This is
Got it.
just
I
the
enjoyed.
intro.
This is great.
So y'all can get to know us.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So for now, I'm out. Kelly's out. Please leave your comments below. We're going to put those links to the infographics below as well. And we'll be back on soon. Right, Kelly?
You got it, Natalie.
All
You got it
right. Let's
for
chat
sure.
soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye for now.
See you.